Hi, and welcome to HUR's Ladies' Night Lifestyle. I'm Angela Stribling, and I've got all my sisters with me as usual. Happy Veterans Day. We're going to get this whole party started. I'm sure they've got their cocktails. Let's bring them in, starting with Kokalani.
Hey!
Hey, Kokalani, looking
Hi.
good, sis.
You look good too. Happy Veterans Day to all the
Happy
veterans watching right
Veterans
now.
Day. All right, Autumn Joy.
Happy Veterans Day.
Oh, was that a salute?
Wait, I didn't think I did it wrong. Is it here? Is
I
it
never
here?
know how to. And let's bring in our girl, Nina Brown.
Happy Veterans Day.
Salute. Yes. So happy Veterans Day, ladies.
Happy
I'm
Veterans
confused.
Day.
I know, all at once. You know, I don't have any veterans in my immediate family, but my godmother's grandsons are both serving. One is in the Army, one is in the Air Force. And, you know, I just really applaud them and appreciate all of their service. And my grandfather served in the war. He served in the military.
Ah.
But
Well, my father served.
yeah.
My father served, and I have a lot of close friends who served, but my father served in the Army. He was actually in Vietnam. So, yeah,
Awesome.
he was. Yeah, so that was a great thing. So happy Veterans Day to everybody.
Awesome. All right. Did you ladies want to chime in on that or no?
Sure. I did feature a young lady today for Wild Wednesday named Katisha Smitic. She is retired from the U.S. Army, and her story was really interesting. She worked on the front lines and was responsible for carrying in the bodies of the soldiers. So her story was really interesting, and it definitely tugged on our heartstrings because they're unsung heroes and they're often forgot about. So happy Veterans Day to all of the veterans out there, and we thank you for your service.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
My dad served in the Army for many years. Yeah. And my oldest brother was a Marine, and my baby brother was Army. So I have a lot of veterans in my family, and I appreciate their service as well.
I love it. Yeah, shout out to all the veterans. And Nina, sounds like you come from a military family, basically.
Very much so.
And we have to mention Sydney Barber, U.S. Naval Academy first Black Brigadier Commander, female.
Yes.
Oh my
Wow.
gosh, that's awesome. And want to shout out Delphania Johnson. She says, Happy Veterans Day. Raquel Fischer, hi, beautiful ladies. Aw. Kiki says, Happy Veterans Day. Efsham, I'm sorry, I hope I'm not butchering your name. But Esham says, hey, ladies, Roger, thanks all the vets who have served, definitely. Now, we've got some topics, and, feel free in the comments if there's something that you guys want to talk about. We want to talk about that as well. But, ladies, I know we've mentioned a few things. Where shall we start? Shall we go with the whole COVID Ticketmaster when things do open up? Ticketmaster is saying, in order for you to get into this concert, you've got to show us proof that you're COVID-free or that you've been vaccinated. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm happy that we're closer to a vaccine. But I was going to ask everybody, how do you guys feel about taking the vaccine when it does come out?
Absolutely
Nina?
not doing it.
No, you're not doing it. So we're not going to be able to go to we're not going to be able to go see no concerts. Is that what it is?
Now, I'm so used to being home now, so I'll just stream the concert and I'll just watch it in the comfort of my home.
Yeah. I would never do a vaccine in the first run. Even my son's pediatrician told me regarding the flu vaccination, she was like, well, when we come out with it in September, she's like, wait until November, because as the flu strings come out, they change and update the vaccinations to get it more on point. Yeah.
Exactly.
So it's constantly improving, quote unquote improving. So I don't want to be no one's guinea pig. I'm good.
I mean,
It's so funny that so many people, especially people of color, feel that way. And it's going to be interesting because, as I started off talking about Ticketmaster, I mean, they're the first that I've heard of who is saying, okay, this is the deal. You've got to show that you've had this vaccine or, show us your test that you're COVID-free. But what about the companies that say, you're not getting in until you can prove that you've had the vaccine. And that could apply to travel. Maybe airlines will say you can't get on the plane. I don't know.
Wait, do you guys know that DC just implemented a mandatory COVID test before you can fly into Washington, DC? The only states
if you're coming from another place, okay, I can.
There's only 4 exceptions: Maryland, obviously, and Virginia. That's obvious. But Hawaii and Vermont. If you're coming from any other state flying into DC, you have to have a COVID test 72 hours prior to getting on the plane. So they won't even let you board the plane unless you can prove that you tested negative for COVID if you're flying into Washington, DC.
Honestly, I don't mind that. I mean, it's the vaccine thing that I'm a little bit more concerned about because, right? I mean, I think people should be tested.
Right. And you know what? Oh, go ahead. No, I was going to say when they came out last.
And I would like to know, that you're COVID free. But again, to the point of, all of us kind of saying that we're, hesitant to take the vaccine. I feel the same way. But then I'm like, okay, how many things am I going to be prevented from if I don't take it?
Well, you know what? I'm just going to say last week when they announced that Pfizer, had that 95, 97%,
90% last week.
90% for the vaccine coming out. And I know there's lots of other ones. And then I was just reading, there's like a lot of conspiracy things going on. And I read an article which really hit home. And it said a lot of people of color have always had, they never give anything free to people of color, give it to us first. And then, a lot of people said since all the history with the government and federal testing that goes back with people of color, with the Tuskegee experiment, back then with the Tuskegee, that went down there, and just, what they've done to people of color over those time. Right. And one of the things that the article said, and I really agree with this, is they said that the United States really needs to do a campaign to help ease those fears with the Black community. They need to strategize and actually target the community of color so we can have an ease and they can address the issues that we have with it. So we will know, okay, you know what, you are aware of the reason why we feel this, but for them not to acknowledge it and just be like, all right, y'all first in line, come on,
Well, what would that campaign look like? You know what I mean?
I don't know, but they said, but going to the small communities, going to the people, just talking about it and easing, just letting people know. But that was one of the things that it said. And it said by not addressing it, you have a lot of people in the United States who are going to be like, I'm not taking that. Y'all trying to give it to me first? I mean, what do you guys, I like you said.
Ashley says, my thoughts, just something stating, oh, I was tested for it and there's money involved in that. But I mean, it has to be a legit document saying that you were tested and you tested negatively, I guess. Christine, waiting on Fauci. Yeah, I mean,
he doesn't get fired.
I can say this. I'm not a fan of anything, whenever you do a vaccination, it can take up to 7 to 10 years before they protect it. They've tested it properly. This is something they're trying to roll out in less than a year. So I don't want to grow an extra limb. I like having 2 feet. I like having 10 fingers and 10 toes. Like, I don't want to wake up with anything extra. And so I can't trust something that hasn't gone through the proper amount of trial time. Even if there's a 3rd, 4th wave, I'm still not going to take it.
Yeah, I mean, this whole COVID situation, they've been winging it. Don't wear masks. Do wear masks. Stay 6 feet. Oh, 6 feet not enough. Oh, vaccine is vaccine. Oh, it's so many things that they've winged. Like, are you kidding me? Now you want to inject something into our bodies when y'all haven't even figured this out yourselves? Like, I'll wait.
Yeah, exactly. Delphina said she definitely feels they've rushed it. They've rushed this vaccine. Roger says, during COVID, do you feel healthy living has improved or fallen off? Fitness and things like that. That's a good question, Roger. What do you ladies think?
Angela, we talked about this, I think, at the beginning when COVID first hit, how they closed the gym. And that really, I was a gym person. And when they shut the gym down, you had to come up with alternate ways of working out, restaurants, and just everything. But, I don't know. How have you guys, now?
But you personally, what are you saying, Kokalani?
Definitely, it's made me more aware and more proactive as far as just being aware of, prepping, meal prepping and doing those things, because you never know if they do a lockdown or something like that. But definitely being more cognizant of, finding alternate ways to work out. Because when they shut that gym down, did you guys see the people protesting in Florida? They were protesting because they couldn't go to the gym.
No, early on.
Early, yeah. Girl, well, here's the thing. Once they found out that it only affects African Americans, then they were like, "Oh, it only affects minorities. Well, then why are we shut down? Let them die." Like, come on now.
That's crazy, right?
That's all that was.
I think we had to find some. I mean, personally, I had to stop with the movies and the snacking so much in the beginning because, truth be told, I was just a mess. I thought, okay, 3 weeks, we're going to be out of this. So I'm just going to enjoy this downtime, and watched all the stuff that I normally don't watch, eating things I normally don't eat. But then, as we all know, here we are. And, so I started jogging again. I, exercised outside when they said, you've got to social distance, but with the exception of running, outside with your family or by yourself. And so that became my exercise since I couldn't go to the gym.
I did a lot of yard work. So I was out in the yard like every day, like real manual labor yard work. My yard has never looked so good until COVID. So that was my workout.
That's a good workout.
Yeah, it is.
No, I didn't really do too much. Once I felt comfortable, like actually going outside, we have like this big field that has like swings and a playground. So I would just like walk like the ring or ride my bike, but that was it.
We were talking about something before the cameras started rolling with Usher and his baby. And Autumn, was it you giving us the tea of the backstory?
I think it was Kokalani.
Yeah. What's the backstory there?
I think I was just, mentioning the fact that, he's known of her for a while. He's been in the industry for a while. She's been in the industry for, right. They've been, acquaintances for a long time. And I think Nina and I were talking about Grace, his previous ex-wife. That was what, his manager his manager for a while. And Tamika was a stylist. So it's like people who are close in his vicinity, seem to be the ones to, hook up.
And truth be told, when you're a celebrity to that magnitude, like you usually do stay within your circle because it's hard to meet new people, right? Everyone knows you're Usher Raymond and you have to question people's intentions. But I do think Usher definitely has a type. His type has always been older woman.
That's right. That's right.
It's his thing. So, I don't know if it matters. The whole point was about dating people. Where were we going with Usher?
We're just going with congratulations, Usher. New baby, congrats. Here's to Usher and the new baby.
Yay. Yay. Everybody's had babies lately. Sierra had her baby. Who else had another baby recently?
Nicki Minaj.
And Nico, Kevin Hart's wife.
Yeah. And Nicki Minaj.
Yeah.
Oh, these are COVID babies, right? Are these COVID babies?
These are definitely COVID babies. Yeah.
Okay.
Nina, you and Frank were talking about something so interesting on the Frank Ski Show today. And I thought we could touch on that a little bit, the girl code. I guess in the man code too. So set that up for us.
So today on the Frank Ski Show, we were talking about the Larsa Pippen did a podcast interview where she was talking about Tristan Thompson. As you know, Tristan Thompson is Khloe Kardashian's baby daddy. They have since had a falling out because there's rumors that Larsa dated Tristan behind Khloe's back. So Larsa went on a podcast to clear the air and say, I actually brought Tristan to a Kardashian party and introduced him. We were dating. And then 10 days later, my friend Khloe Kardashian winds up in a relationship with Tristan.
Oh my goodness.
So the question we asked was girl code, thought code. Like, is it ever okay to date anyone, even if your friend is casually dating them or dating them for a hot minute? Is it ever okay to date someone your friend has dated?
Not in my circle.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think you have to lay. Go ahead.
I know you go on.
No, I was like, did she say that they were dating? Did she make it known to Chloe? Oh, this is, we're dating, or was it at the early stages? Or because some. Go ahead.
The podcaster asked that. Like, did she know? She's like, yeah, I showed up at the event. He was my date. And I introduced him.
I've heard conversations from men say that sometimes women, when they brag about the person they're dating to their girlfriends, that piques their curiosity. So then those girlfriends, when they get around them, they've heard some stuff. So I don't know, if she had said some stuff to Chloe. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. But no, I don't think that.
Like, I am so.
Were they girlfriends? I would never do that. That's horrible.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Frank, that's what the guys were saying today on the Frank Ski Show. They're like, oh, when you talk about what your man does for you and how he pays us.
Doesn't matter.
Right.
I'm like, that's not a friend. That's a thought who is plotting on you and is envious of what you have. Real girlfriends, okay? Real girl code. You're loyal, you have integrity, you have morale, you have character. Like, you would never cross that boundaries. But the sad thing about it, and I'd love for some of the guys who are watching tonight to even comment on this, like, guys think that there are, like, all women do that. Like, that's girlfriends, you know what I mean? They're like, oh, no, it'll be your girlfriend who's DMing your man, asking him how his day was. And I'm like,
and there are some women, you know what? There are so many women like that.
And that's wrong. You should not do that. But I think some women think, well, especially if they're really, I don't know if this is true. I'm just trying to, try to make sense of it all. But if they're close to you and you're a good friend with them and this guy is now in your circle, is it okay for them to text them and say, hey, how you doing? Just, Lisa's, just having casual conversations with your man? No, they should not be doing that.
Autumn, the blinking.
I am just completely like, absolutely not. And so this is what I think it was. Larsa was more of Kim's friend. So I think in Chloe's mind, she probably looked at it like, well, Larsa really ain't my own girl like that. So, he must be free game. And let's not forget, you can't take anybody from anybody that doesn't want to be taken. Like, at the end of that day, that man has proved himself to be a certified dog. We saw him on camera with 2 different women while Chloe was pregnant. So we're talking about Tristan Thompson here. You know what I'm saying? He's not the stellar guy or whatever. But I mean, I do think that it was messed up. I do think the Kardashians, they try to hide behind their name like they're these like saints. But I feel like they've done enough shady stuff to so many women behind their backs when it comes to their men. So yeah.
Anthony said, I would not date someone that would do that to their friend. I would question their integrity. Yeah. Heck no. Cherie says no. So most people feel like, the friendship that you wouldn't do that, but it happens so much. I mean, I don't know if any of you ladies have ever had one of your girlfriend's man to hit on you. And then, you know what I mean? Let's say we're all BFFs. The 4 of us, we go out somewhere. I've got my man with me. He finds, one of you like really, really attractive.
I'm telling you, Angela. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm telling you. I can't even wait for you to finish that statement. I'm gonna be like, Angela, he is a dog. No, girl.
Yes.
I mean, it's a real thing. And with some people, it just kind of, it blows my mind how some people feel like it's no big deal. I was talking to one of my exes recently who moved away, came back to town, and was staying with his friend's ex-girlfriend. What is that? He says, oh no, we're just really good friends now.
No, you're not really good friends. You are trying.
I mean, that doesn't that seem weird?
Yeah, there needs to be boundaries.
Very.
If you're no longer friends with if you break up with somebody, and you're still friends with your friend should know that's the code. Oh, you used to be her friend. No, there's no, you can't be like, unless, do you think if they ask permission and say, hey, I know you used to date Rodney, but, is it all right?
If they ask permission? Listen, if you're my girlfriend and Rodney asked to come and stay with you, you better just say no.
Yeah,
the whole crew's supposed to break up with him. The whole
family. Exactly.
All my friends are coming with me.
No, I did say today on the show, I feel like the only exception, and I'd be so curious to know you ladies' opinion, but I said if the guy was good to me, right? He's a really good guy. We just didn't have chemistry. Then I would be okay with my friend dating him because he's a good guy and it just didn't work out. But good men are hard to find at times. I said, but if he was bad to me, right? Then I would have a problem, my girlfriend dating him because first of all, if I'm telling you he's bad and you're my friend, you should trust my judgment. Secondly, why would you why would you, you know what I mean? Why would you do that? But if he was good to me, my ex from 15 years ago, my son's father, my ex-husband, I try to hook him up with my girlfriends because he was really good guy. He never lied. He never cheated. He was a great father. He was really dope. So I wanted to hook him up with my girlfriends and it never worked out. But there was no emotional connection. I care for him, but I wasn't in love with him anymore. I had zero feelings for him in a romantic, intimate way. But if it's a guy that dogged me out and I'm mad because you dogged me out, I'm looking at you crazy. Why would I want him to still be in my circle? Yeah. As my friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I'm as grown as you, Nina, because if this is a man and I was in love with him at any point, if I was in love with this man and you're my girlfriend and you knew what we had, I'm sorry.
I think I'm with you, Angela. Yeah.
But I like what Nina said. Nina said, if they didn't have anything serious, they just didn't click like that. He's like, you know what? I got a friend that I want to introduce you to.
Yeah,
if you initiate it, then that's one thing. But if it's something,
yes, Coca.
Yeah, I don't know,
Autumn.
I'm kind of on the fence about it. I would be okay with it if it was an associate, someone I don't have to see all the time, or right in my circle, the person I'm hitting up to go do brunch with. If it's a outskirts homegirl, okay, maybe, but
right, okay, somebody that you're aware of.
Yeah.
A third string homegirl.
A third string homegirl, not a starter homegirl. I don't have to see y'all. And then if we have a kid together, then it's hey sis, can you go pick up my son real quick? Can you bring him when you come over? We can form some sort of bond that way. But an immediate friend, I don't think I'd be. I wouldn't.
You got to see the ex with your friend all the time.
Yeah. Then they kissing. You're kind of all right.
And you start. I don't know. That would be. Oh my goodness. Let's see.
I just don't think that could work.
Eshram is agreeing. Then he's treating her better.
Oh, that would be wrong.
Yeah.
Eshram is treating her better than he treated you.
Ooh.
What's that?
It wouldn't bother me because it's you know what? I don't have those feelings anymore. And if I've moved on, and I'd be happy. If he's treating her, in the back of my mind, I'll be he ain't do that for me, but
I think if it's a really good friend, the friend should come to you first before and say, you know what? I'm not even going to talk to you. Let me talk to her and say, Angela, Ricky, I know y'all used to date 2 years ago. He's trying to call me. Do you have an issue with that? And if you say, yes, I really don't want you, then, I respect you. But if she doesn't say anything to you and she just pop up with him at a Christmas party and you're like, wait a minute.
And he knows all my family.
Exactly.
Something like that has happened, though, a long time ago. But this wasn't anyone I was in love with. This was, we dated. It didn't really work out. You know what I mean? It was never anything intimate. And I was happy to introduce him to other people. To me, it's just, of the people I have been in love with, if I've been in love with you and we share that, it's hard for me to just hook you up with one of my close girlfriends.
And not doing it.
Somebody I don't have to see. And, maybe they live out of town or, like you said, one of those far-tiered friends.
Third string.
Autumn, as the other mom in the group, I was trying to find my son a good stepmama. I was my worst fear was that my ex-husband would marry or be with someone who wasn't good to my son. And then I had to whoop her ass. Okay.
Yes. And that's on period.
So my thing was, let me help the process and, introduce you to some woman that I know who already love my son, so genuinely. So that's my selfish plug.
I love it. Now, Roger brings up an interesting point. If love is there, regardless of how many years have passed, do you think it could hurt the friendship? I'm paraphrasing, but do you think it could hurt the friendship?
Yes.
Yeah. It's like Coca said, like you should be the one to introduce. So you're giving your blessing. And if someone brought it to you and you said, no, I don't feel comfortable, then they have to pick a loyalty. Like, who are you loyal to? And if it's not your friend, then why would you want to be friends who's not even a friend with someone who's not even loyal to you,
Yeah. Yeah. It's tricky. I mean, just like, and I did see someone, Cherie said that a girlfriend's man hit on her. Girlfriend's husband called her and she said she handled it so they'd never do it again. I mean, what do you do in a situation like that? I mean, of course you tell the girlfriend. What do you say to the guy?
Right, exactly.
I mean,
it could be a very precarious situation. It could go one of two ways. You tell your girlfriend and then she could take your advice and then go to the husband and then, say something. Or she can hear what you're saying and check him. It turns into animosity between you and her. Like if he's an habitual cheater or does it all the time, he already knows how to manipulate her.
Right.
So it could turn into, well, why is she watching me so close? Maybe she likes me. Maybe you'd be surprised. So let me tell you something. I'm Stevie Wonder to it. If I see it, I'm just not going to say nothing because either way, she's not going to leave him, and you could potentially cause an issue between you and her. So I just turned a blind eye. It's not my business. It's not my business.
If he's trying to hit on you, you saw her man cheating.
If it's not you and you see somebody else,
this is your close friend.
Yes. If it was like best friend close, I'd be like, girl, I'm only going to tell you this. You do with this information what you want. Don't attack the messenger. But this is what I saw. But it would be hard for me because, again, I've seen friendships literally get ruined because somebody stepped in and then the dude made the friend seem like, she was hating, she was jealous. So, but I would, if it was like my very good friend, like my god sister, my sister, then yeah, I would say something and just have to risk it all, I guess.
Cherie, don't tell your girlfriend. And I did it once and he threatened me.
See,
girl, I'm gonna tell y'all. I'm gonna tell you, and you. Okay,
I'm gonna have y'all down together at the table.
Okay, girl. Let me tell you something, and I pray. Let me tell you to everyone out there, if you ever see any of mine, they shouldn't be. Please tell me. I have been contacted in past relationships. I'm always that girlfriend who, like, the guy basically was in a relationship and then he met me and then went ghost on his other relationship because the grass was greener in his mind with me. And then I get these phone calls, I've gotten emails, I've gotten texts, and they're like, yeah, oh, hi, Nina Brown. Just so you know, the guy
just so you know.
Yeah.
Just so you know, not the just so you know call.
Yeah, but I love those calls because I'm that girl who's like, okay, sis, let's talk. Like, let's compare notes. So on what day were y'all dating? Okay, because I want all the information. Like, a lot of times the representative shows up when you first meet someone and you're telling me, oh, you've got character and you're honest and you're trustworthy. And boy, you've been lying. So please save me my time and let me get the truth, even if it hurts. Like, let me get it up first.
You know what? We got two different views here. Roger says, say something. It's a volatile situation. And Prez Nuff said, I learned a long time ago not to get in the middle of things because it could potentially make things worse. I always get that, if I'm dating somebody and he's a cheater, they'll tell me after I have kicked him to the curb. After
and they be like, girl, I know that's not right. Right.
Where were you?
Right.
You know what I mean? Because I'm not going to shoot the messenger. I'm not going to say it's your fault. I'm not going to say you're just telling me this because you want him. No, I'm not that girl. I want the information.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
I had that happen before when I had to tell someone. I think I was at Howard, and the ratio of men to women at Howard was like, what was it, 15-1? So men just had and my roommate, I remember, she's probably watching. I'm sorry. And rest in peace. But well, yeah, they were really in a serious relationship, and I would go out on the yard and I would see him with somebody else, and I look at him and he look at me, and I'm looking at him like, what are you doing? And he's looking at me like. And, but, like I said, I would always tell, but I just think, like she said, you want to tell a good friend, a first tier friend. Is that what you call them?
First
Autumn,
string.
your first string.
First starter friend.
I love that. I love the tears. There are levels. Monica, there are some women that just want to believe you. I told a good friend, and eventually she did in our relationship due to something he told her. Just like you were saying before, like if he's already out there and he's shady and he's telling her, these women are looking at me, you know what I mean? That she knows he's out there anyway. It's a crazy thing. I mean, Prez says just don't want to add fuel to spark that can blow up in your face. I mean, I guess we all get to figure it out and handle it the way.
I guess we've all come to a consensus that we will never date our friends' exes, right?
Yeah, never.
Nah.
Never.
Oh, no.
Okay.
It's not worth it if it's a real friend.
If it's a real friend, no. I mean, it kind of feels like with my close friends, my ride or dies, that would feel like incest to me.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like I am not, there's no attraction whatsoever. I can't even look at you that way. And if you're going to try to step to me, I need you to, I'm going to say something to you about how wrong this is. And, I might even give you an opportunity to fix it. You know what I mean? Because that's a tricky thing. I might say, look, this is so wrong. And, this is my best friend. So how could you even say this? And then, then you're tasked with, if I say something to my best friend, they're probably going to break up over this, but I need to say something to her. That's a terrible situation to be in.
That's why I'm Stevie Wonder. I don't see
nothing.
Just mind my business.
Okay, let me ask you this question since we're talking about exes. I had a friend a while ago. He was married and then they got divorced, and all of her friends that used to be their friends stopped being his friends. And I'm asking, when you break up, all of their friends, everybody that you knew throughout that relationship, do you just cancel everything at that point? The friends, cousins, everybody that you knew? Or do you keep that going? Or do you say, the relationship's over, even if it ended badly, do you still keep those friendships?
Personally, even though it's ended badly, I'll probably still be nice to the friends for a while. But they kind of have to pick a side. I don't want to hear about him. I don't want to, there are some friendships actually that I still have from exes. And, they're not friends with the guy anymore. How about you ladies?
Oh, okay.
I would have to say it would depend, if the friends can benefit me in some way, like if I can fly on their buddy pass, or if they can hook me up with some Louis Vuitton for half off, I'm still gonna be their friend. But if it's like his core group, like his best friends, then I really have no need to continue trying, because I think that's kind of weird. It's like you still want to come around, and he may come around, and then he may have a new girl, and then you're just looking stupid. I'll just leave everybody where they at. I'm good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way with Autumn. I'll keep them surface level. I still have some social media friends that were friends of the guy that I may have been dating, but I don't want to do brunch with them. I'm not.
Okay.
I expect people to be loyal to who you started with. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm just like that. With
no new friends, right?
One of my ex's moms, he moved out of town. She's here, and I just love her so much, and she loves me so much. And
family is different.
I let her go. Huh?
Family is different. My ex, I still go to his family's Christmas dinners, and I brought my new husband there. So it's my new husband, my ex-husband, all his family, and his mom. And no, his mom was My ex-mother-in-law, when I was pregnant, told my husband, now you do understand this is my grandson too, right? Like we all have to share this baby. And I love his family as a result. They were so good to me. They were good to me. And we bonded, and they've been in my son's life for 20 years, and they've been amazing support for us. So if you were to meet my ex-sister-in-law to this day, I would say, this is my sister-in-law. Like they're family with me. Yeah. I'll never
love that with the family. I mean, and the family, they live in another country. They still call me cousin and, you know, all that stuff. I can't let that. But when I'm in a new relationship, I will be bringing my man along to meet this extended family.
Yes.
Okay.
We can all get along. I love this conversation. This is so good. I've learned more about you ladies, and I feel even closer to you. And I love all the chiming in as well. You know, what we like to do is, you know, I know we've gone over our little 30-minute mark, but what we like to do is go back and on the Facebook thread, you know, individually, you know, chime in and communicate with you guys. And so even off of ladies' night, we can communicate with each other.
Yes.
So I want us to take
And we do have an email too.
Oh, yeah. So we're going to give the email address. We want to know what you want to talk about because that's what we want to talk about. And we give you the email. We're going to take a picture, a group shot, and then individually we can let everybody know how they can connect with us on our own personal platforms. All right. So we're going to take a shot. Who's taking the group shot?
Oh, is it me? Hold on. All right,
Are we holding
ladies.
up something?
My phone always shows.
Are we holding something up? I
Okay,
thought
here
you
we
were
go.
holding up a glass. Where's your glass, Nina?
No, I'm gonna do a W for WHUR.
Wait, oh,
You know what?
okay. Who is the teacher's pet? Oh my God. I'm going to do a W for WHUR. I'm the teacher's pet.
West side.
Is that right? I'm doing gang signs. Never mind. I'll just.
But you know one thing that we didn't talk about?
We could do it next time.
Yeah, we got next time, girl.
We're out.
I was just saying that the last time we spoke, the election was just going on, right? And we didn't say anything about that, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That might
I
be
was like,
over 30 minutes. I don't know, Coco.
I know that's
No,
another.
I was just saying, wow.
But that
Okay.
is something to think about. All right, so Kokalani, we want you to give your social media, all of your social media. You've been amazing. This is wonderful. You can say goodnight to the rest of the ladies before you go and tell everybody how they can connect with you on social.
Hey everybody, Kokalani. You can follow me on Instagram or Twitter at Kokalani, Kokalani. You can check me out on Saturdays from 12 to 5 and the 4 p.m. face-off where we put your favorite artists up against each other and you get to choose who wins. All right.
Love it. Thank you. Good night, beautiful. All right, who we got here? Autumn Joy. Autumn is next.
I'm going to throw up the W for WHUR. Just like what's the teacher's pet, you know?
Okay, we're going to let you have the solo platform. There you go.
Hey guys, it's your Midday Love. You can check me out Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on WHUR. You can follow me at Autumn Joy with an I live. Bye.
All right, now we've got, hold on now. Nina, you're next.
Hey. You can catch me Monday through Friday on the Frank Ski Show with Nina Brown, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. And honey, you can always catch me online on Instagram at Penina Brown. That's Penina Brown on Instagram, or just Nina Brown on Twitter. I respond to every comment and every DM. So hit me up, y'all. I'd love to hear from you.
That was amazing. Thank you so much for joining us. I love these ladies. We're getting closer and closer and getting to know even more about each other every week and getting to know more about you. So thank you so much for hanging out in the comments and just letting us know what you want to talk about. Don't forget, Ladies Night at WHUR.com if you want to just, hit us up, let us know what you want to talk about. And of course, WHUR.com, you can find out everything you need to know about what's coming up. And don't forget to keep listening to your favorite radio station, 96.3 WHUR. Tomorrow night, right here, same night or same place at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Join me as I talk with Kindred, the family. So I love them so much. We're going to find out what they're up to, what they've been up to, and make sure you're right here. All right? Thanks again. I'm Angela Stribling. Hit me up at Angela Stribling on all social, and I'll see you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Have a good night. Thank you.